Welcome to the Mid-Week Tease with me, Adelle Onyango, where I share some random and not too random thoughts on things. And in this episode, let's dive into this death thing. And I know it sounds very morbid, and we have this fear that comes whenever we hear the word death or that somebody died. It's an understandable fear, right? Because this is one thing that we cannot control. But I've been meaning to share this episode with you for a while, ever since I sat down on my new show for Manifest Women with a death doula. So you know how you have birth doulas, people helping bring life? There are also death doulas, people helping us transition out when our time has come. And it doesn't only mean they help the person who is dying, but also the family adjust to this new transition. And I first heard of a death doula when listening to a lady called Alua. She is a death doula. I think she's based in the States, but she's definitely African. If I'm not wrong, she's Ghanaian. The first time I ever heard of her talking about it, she was interviewed on a podcast, and she was talking about how she actually on her birthday plans for her death, kind of uses her death as an audit as to whether she's living life authentically. And as much as that sounds scary, it is also so wise. So wise. I haven't started doing it. I don't know if I'm going to start doing that on my birthday, but I was very intrigued. And then I met Joy, who is a Kenyan death doula. And we had an incredible conversation on death. It's linked in the show notes. But with Mother's Day coming up in a couple of days, I thought I could share with you 7 thoughts on grief, because I have been grieving my mom for about 13 years. And I find that we have a lot of misconceptions around grief that may make the journey that is navigating grief so much more difficult. So the first thing is allow yourself to feel. Feel the full range of emotions that come with grief. Please just trust me. Suppressing your feelings not only delays your healing, but my goodness, it doesn't work. Take it from me, because I delayed my healing for years, The other thing I will share is that grief isn't a straight line. It's not linear. And it's okay to experience ups and downs while you're healing or while you're navigating grief. And so when you're experiencing a down after a long series of ups, don't take it like you're failing. No, the downs and the ups are part of the journey, and the journey doesn't have a destination. So there's no scorecard. There is no in 10 years I should be here. No, it's just a journey. Number 3, share your feelings with trusted friends, family, or support groups. And if you know exactly how they can help you, please don't be ashamed of voicing this. I have started telling people just this year, 13th year of grieving my mom, started telling people what I would like them to do when it comes to helping me. And it's made life so much easier. This year during my mom's memorial, I really didn't want to be alone, but I kind of fumbled telling the people in my life that I didn't want to be alone. And then I ended up being alone. And so first and foremost, what I did is talk to one of my best friends, and immediately she was like, okay, I have put your mom's memorial in my calendar. So next year, you wouldn't even have to tell me, it's going to pop up for me. And then I thought that's an incredible idea. And I shared my mom's birthday and Memorial Day with my person. And I told him, hey, just, save this dates. I normally can communicate when I need help, but like with grief, I find it so hard, and I find like I don't want to be a burden. And so I just kind of told him, I normally don't want to be alone on these 2 days, but I will have a very hard time asking. So this is me kind of like preempting, just like save the dates and help me. So the people that you love, or rather the people who love you, want to be there for you. And sometimes they need a bit of help figuring out how to be there for you. Number 4, honor your loved one with no shame. So whether it looks like rituals, activities, whether you're making a memory book, whether you're cooking their favorite meal, do what you need to do to honor them. I grew rosemary in my backyard to remember my mom. I have my ancestral altar where her picture is there, my late dad's picture is there, and my late uncle's picture is there as well. Honor your loved one in the way that feels comfortable for you. There is no shame in that. Number 5, I just reduce time on social media during specific days like Mother's Day that is upcoming on Sunday. I just find there are just so many triggers and I'm not about that life. I also unsubscribe from stores that may send me Mother's Day promos. I just don't want to know. Y'all have fun with your moms. Leave me out of it. Leave me out of it. Number 6, you are allowed to experience joy. When my mom died, I used to feel so guilty if I experienced any form of joy. I felt like my sadness was an honor to her, like the sadder I was, the better. The reality is she's gone. And whilst I carry our memories, I still have all the emotions life will bring me to feel in the now, including joy. And it is okay for me to feel that. When you catch yourself feeling guilty because you have a moment of happiness while you're grieving someone, allow yourself to experience that joy. And the last point, number 7, be patient with yourself. Grief is a heavy emotion, and so just extend grace to yourself in the moments it feels overwhelming because you're human. I hope these tips encourage and help you, and I am really rooting for you. Regardless of what challenges you're currently navigating, you will get through it an inch closer to meeting your best self. Thanks for listening to the Mid-Week Tease, a Legally Clueless Africa production. Episodes go out every Wednesday, and you can learn more about us by going to legallycluelessafrica.com.